Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Dark Infotech. I am Adi Saib and let's continue our beginners for the Python guys. Means Python for beginners, sorry. And in this video, we just explain about the some topics like list, tablets, certs, and dictionaries. So it's a very easy topic, guys. Don't need to worry, and I can easily explain in easy way. So don't need to worry and don't skip anything, guys. If you skip something, if you skip the part, it will be give a lot of confusion by the end of the video. So don't skip anything, guys. Just listen from stop to end. So I think in our last class we just learned about the functions like how to organize, how to create a function, and how to call the function, and along with how we just discuss about the arguments and parameters, right? And after that we just discuss about the return statement. Along with you just discuss about the default values. You know that it's very important for us because in some cases we know if you forgot anything or if you it is if the majority having something like I just give an example, right? You know that about the caste system. If major in India, nearly 60% are in OC only, other than SC, ST, and BC. So in default, we just keep in OC. Means in default, we store caste is equal to OC. Then if you forgot, if you leave the particular part of it by calling the function, then it automatically use the default value as the OC part. So that's why we use the default values. After that we just discuss about the lambda function, like a single line function. It's very easy. We discuss about some programming also. Along with you just discuss about the variable scope, like a local scope as well as the global scope. Means local scope means you know that inside the function we cannot use the variables when you created the when you create a variables in inside the function into means you cannot use the variables in outside the function when you created the variables inside the function, right? In the global we can use outside function outside values in inside, but we just use the keyword as a globally inside the function. If you forgot it, we cannot modify the value. So that is the one thing we just cover, and along with it just done the mini programs like mini calculator, and along with we just completed about the area calculator, and after that we just discussed about the some greeting function. Along with we just finally completed about the order even function, right? So in this last video we just cover in this, and in today's session we just cover that four topics only, guys: list, dictionary, tables, and sets. In that we just creating and use list and accessing elements using indexing and sliding, and add, remove, and update the items in the list, and working with the list inside the list like a nested if. You have listened about the nested if and nested loops we just learned in the before classes. Like that in the list program we discussing about the nested list. I hope you understand. After that we just understanding about the tuplets, like list that cannot be changed, and after that we just understanding about the sets, and after that we understanding about the dictionaries, and we will build the method to work with all of this efficiently and loop through any collection using iterations. So in this video just we complete all these plots, guys. Don't need to worry. So this is genuine one of the most usable topics in all the Python. So almost every real project uses this. So let's start it, guys. Before starting this video, just please like, share, comment, and do not forget to subscribe the channel, guys. And after subscribing just click on the bell icon so our new videos will become your notification bar, guys. Don't need to worry, it's very interesting topic, so please don't skip this video, guys. If you skip this video you will definitely confuse at the end of this video, and it's very difficult to understand the concepts, so please do not skip it. So let's start our class, guys. So in this video just first topic is lists. What do you mean list? A list is simply an ordered collection of items stored in a single variable. In many other languages like C or Java, this concept is called an array. In the Python, we just call the list, and it's evenly more flexible. I hope you understand. And let's create our first list. A list is eco-friendly habit, guys. So let's create a variable that is E. Like let's take example of eco-friendly sector. So just creating a variable eco-friendly habits, and I'm sorry. echo habits, right, is equal to, just open a square brackets and use the double quotes for the strings, because we're just writing a words, so we're just creating a double variable. So after that, just give a comma and like that, again open the double brackets again and just writing cycling. So after that, open it, compositing, right. And last one is using cloth bags, right. So I just created one list. So just it's easy guys to create a list, that is create a variable first and gives equal to, after that just open the square brackets and write the what the words or what the numbers you want to save in the particular variable. So I want to save the just 4 words like recycling, cycling, compositing and using cloth bags. So these 4 values I want to store, means 4 words in the form of value I want to store in the one variable. That's why we use list guys. So I want to print the list, so you can easily print guys, just write the command print and just write the variable itself, no need of anything, right. Echo habits. After that I want to print the type also guys, so it is very interesting, right. What will show the type in the output, so echo habits. So before that I want to print, I just want to say this first, after that I want to run this. So what will happen, let's see, it's showing that it was printed entire list, and also is showing that the type is list. So that is the one we're discussing about, right. So please do not forget, so please notice that the square brackets is must press. So that's why how Python knows that is a list. Actually guys, I want to ask one question, how Python knows the given variable is a list. Just it was indicating that the square brackets, if the variable is having the square brackets, then it is confirming that it's a list. So this is the way we're discussing about a list can hold any type of data like a number, text, even a mix of both. So let's create another variable, I mean another list by using another variable. So let's creating a variable with mixed list is equal to, and opening the square brackets and just want to write something like super, and just want to write something like 100. After that I want to show the boolean values. After that I want to show the float value for the, just covering all the data types just we learn about, and I just want to print this. So print of mixed list, okay. After that I just want to say this first and just want to run this. What will happen, see, it just printed the mixed data in perfect way without any errors. So that's why we're saying that we can print the variable with containing multiple data types. So that is the power of list. And here something really important guys, list are ordered, meaning the items stay in the exact position you place them, and list are mutable, meaning you, what do you mean by mutable guys? Mutable means is a simple theoretical term that means we can change the values in the variable at any time. That is the power of mutable. And in some cases like dictionary sets, they are immutable, so you cannot change them, but in the list we can change the values whenever required. So let us see, after that we will see exactly how in few minutes, right. So question, I want to give one question guys. So think of any 4 items you did want to track for an echo challenge, maybe a 4 types of waste to cigarette at home or anything else. So just pause the video first and write the code and send in the comment section. And please guys, please send the answers in the comment section, then I will know you are participating with me, you are understanding with me, then I will full of motivation and I want to give my 100% efforts to you guys. I hope you understand. So after that, I think you will after completing your submission, just continue the video and wait for that. So I know it's very easy, similarly like this, just creating like 4 types and just want to print. So this is the same pattern like only, I hope you understand. So let's take the length of the list using a one condition. there is a one keyword, guys, means length. It is used to find the length of the particular list. Let's see what is the length of this. So print of length of mixed list. After that, I just want to save this first. I just want to run this. See, it shows so how many variables you created, means how many values you store in one variable. It shows it by using the length function. So that is the power of length. So when you use length to check the length of the list using this function, I hope you understand, guys. This tells how many items are inside. It is super useful when working with a large collection, like attendance data for 60 students, which we are actually build later in this video. Okay, guys, do not worry, it's very easy. So this is the topic I want to this is a part. This is the basic introduction of the list, guys. I hope you understand. So after this, we just going to the next part, that is indexing and sliding. So first we just completing about the indexing first. After this, you can go sliding. So this is the part of indexing. So I hope you understand, guys. It's very easy, I think. Now that we can create list, up to now we just learn about the how to create a list and how to print the list and how to find the length of the list, right? So after that, how can you modify a particular value in the list? For example, guys, we just created one list in before of this, guys. So that is mixed list. Let's take example of mixed list. I want to change one value, that is I want to change the super into something else. So how can I modify it? How can you I want to change the value? So it is very easy to do that, guys. So don't need to worry, I will explain in detail. So every item list have a position number. So please listen it, guys. It's very important, the process. If you neglect this, it is very difficult to modify, or you want to do anything else, any changes in the list, it is very difficult to do it. So just listen it now clearly. So see, every item has particular value, a particular position number. Let us example, let's a particular number starts with 0. So initially this position is 0, and the next its position is 1, its position is 2, and its position is 3. So I want to change a one value, that is super. So I want to change this position. So similarly, I want to create this list. So I want to, one second. So I taking this similar example, Control V. So after this, I want to change the first value, that is super. I want to change super into something else. So how can you change? So it's easy, guys. Don't worry. Just I use this list, guys. If you want to miss, you can create a list. That is your wish. After that, go to next line and just write something like that. See, before that, I want to do one thing. I just want a particular one. Like see, this is super, right? I just want to print the super only in this list. How can you do it? First I want to explain it. After that, I just explain the how to modify it. So don't worry, it's very easy. Please do not panic about it, because I want to go in step by step process. So it's very easy. So don't worry. So let's see what is happening. Just write a print statement and write the what is the variable we just store it, that it, and write the particular position in square brackets. That see, the super is position in 0, right? This is the particular one 0, and 100 in position 1, 2 is in position 2, and 5.5 position 3. So it's climax. So any list which starts with 0 position only, guys. So initially it starts with 0. After that it becomes 1, 2, and 3. So if the length is given a particular number, then it shows from 0 to n minus 1 times. If the length is equal to n, let us take example that a length of a string is equal to n, then the the list starts with 0 to n minus 1 times. I hope you understand that. So I want a particular position that is 0. So before that, I just want to save this first, and I just want to print. So let's see what will be the output. See, it just printed the super. Means I just access the list, and I just want to print the one value in the list. So that is the power of list. So I just want to print something else. So let's take a for loop. So I want to print every value stored in that particular list in a line by line. So let's take a for loop. For I in range, for I in start, for I in mixed list. I tell in the last classes, guys. So how can we use without a range function in the for loop? So this is the process, guys. In the last class we discussed about just how can you use a for loop with a range. Means you know that for how many times I want to iterate this. So I just created that how many see, it's all why I use the variable name here, means it just having the 4 values in the variable, right? So it's just done in the 4 iterations only. So that is why you just directly use that one. So I just want to print that print of mixed list of I is done. So before that I just want to edit this first. Sorry. So before that I just want to save this first and just want to run this. Let's see what will output. See, I just tried mixed list, so it just printed 4 times. I want to write this one also, just a list of 5. Let's see what will happen right now. Before that I just want to save this. I just want to run this one. See, it shows some error, means it's indicating that we cannot print the values like I, means I don't want to print that values like in a line by line one. I hope you understand, like super in one line, 100 in one line, 2 one line, and 5.5 line. I hope you understand. So we just want to use to print the particular values in the 4 times. So that is the power of list. I hope you understand. So after this I just want to explain one thing also, guys, that is, let's use this example, this one only. So this is the first position I just printed. Next I want to print the rest of the positions. So let's see. So I just want to change the indexing only itself. That's one who just to do this, like 2 and 3. Let's see what will be the output. Before that I just want to save this and just want to run this. See, in the first one it shows super, so it shows this like I want to print only super. After that it shows 100. I just want to show the second point, the outer and then shows true. I just want to print the third one and 5.5 and just want to show the fourth point. So I just giving the particular location is printing the particular location itself only. I hope you understanding. That's the power of indexing, guys. I hope you understand. So I want to discuss another thing, guys, that is so by using 0 1 2 3 we just indicating the position, like what this is 0 position, this is 1 position, this is 2 position, this is 3 position. Just we going from left to right, this one, like this is a left part, this is right part, right? I just moving to left to right, then we can use this type of indexing. I want to try from right to left, means I want to print the right to left. Then what will happen, it starts with -1 -2 -3 -4. I hope you understand, guys. Means the 5.5 is the -1, guys, and 2 is -2 and 100 is -3, super is -4. I want to try from right to left, not left to right. I hope you understand. So let's see what will happen. So before that I just want to copy this center, like Control C, Control V, and along with this again, because I don't want to waste time, Control V. So this is the one I want to discuss. Before that I just want to add this. Yes, done. Yeah, before just changing like -1 -2 -3 and again -4. So before that I just want to save this. Let's see what will happen in the output. See, it was just printed in reverse of string. 5.5 true. See, 5.5 true, 100 super. I hope understand, guys. I just want to print in the reverse order, so I just choose the negative values. So this is the power of indexing, guys. From left to right it starts with 0 1 2 3 and so on, and -1 times. Means if you have n number of items you store in the list, but I want to print from right to left. Then what will happen here, I just want to create this, like see, -1 -2 -3 and -4. I just want to print by using for loop in a simple way. Let's see, guys. So for I in range, that is length of, what is it, mixed list, right? Length of mixed list, and let's give that 0, initially starts with 0 only, not ready. After that I just want to print that mixed list of I hope you understand. Just I want to print this, Control S. Before that I just want to hide this. After that I want to save this first. I just want to run this. See, again what will happen, super 100 true 5.5. So why are you using this? See, guys, we can use range, right? So we can use the range in for loop. I hope you understand. We discussed about last class. Then we just cover the okay, we can use range, right? But in range it contains only numbers, so just convert the mixed list means how many values stored in the mixed list. So I just find the length, then it shows the what is this answer bias. It shows the answer 4. So the range of 4 means starts with 0 to 3 means 0 1 2 3. So it automatically execute like print 0 position, print 1 position, print third second position, print third position. So after that the condition is false, so it will stop the execution, it come out the loop. So that is why you can use the loop. So I want to try with reverse means, see, like you know the guys, right? Means you just done from left to right side means starting to ending. I want to do from ending to start. So let's how it happen. So I want to create this, like 1 second, I just want to write this first. After that I just want to create again for loop. For that, for I in range, that should be -1 comma, that should be minus of length of that is mixed value, mixed list, -1. Why using -1? See guys, what will happen here? Minus of length of mixed list means what will happen? Answer -4. If you write -4 here, then what will happen here? Then what will happen means if you just write minus length of mixed means -4, then it stops up to -3 only. It will not goes to -4. So I just again I just write -1 and I just do decrementation, so that it just go to -1, -2, -3. If you not do decrementation, it goes -1, 0, 1, 2 and so on infinity. Just again it forms an infinite loop. You know about the infinite loop, guys. It's a unlimited loop. You cannot it not stops, so it comes with most of the data if you leave it long. So you see in the fraction of seconds it done lakhs of executions, 10 lakhs of executions you see, right? In a fraction, in a few seconds, maybe 10 to 20 seconds maybe, right? And just want to print this, print of mixed list of I is done. So before that I just want to save this and just want to run this. What will happen? Let's see. I think it's loading, guys. So just run it again. See, it done in the reverse loop, like 5.5 200, right? So we just discuss about, right, how to print a particular value in a list, and how can you print that in ascending order and descending order. Means not ascending or descending order, front to end and front to means start to end and end to start. By using this, using for loops also you can print this. Are you understanding, guys? In a single variables, I hope you understand. It's very easy, don't need to worry. So please do not skip this part, guys. It's very easy. So I just want to answer one question, guys. Are you 1 second? Before that, I want to ask one question, guys. Please don't skip this part. So the question is, I want to give one thing, that print of mixed values of 10. Before that, mixed value, not mixed list. That's done. Before that I want to save this. I just want to run. Before running this, I want to ask one question, guys. Think what is the output of this. Just think it or guess it, and just share your opinion in the comment section, guys. Please do not avoid to share this. If you avoid this, there is only one connection between you and us, is the comment section, guys. If you avoid this, for me it's some pain, because see, guys, we are doing some efforts to create this video to understand very better about the Python, right? So before that, please, guys, please connect with me and share your opinions to me. Then I will improve myself. I will improve my teaching skills to you. I hope you understand. So after this, I think everyone has guessed. So please pause the video and take 5 minutes gap and just think about this question again and again. What will be happen? It shows an error or it shows something a random value. So think about it. I already gave the off answer to you. Just guess it, guys. Don't need to worry. If you are not getting the answer, just guess it. Otherwise, just wait until it continues. I hope you submitting the answer. So just continue the answer. So before that, I just want to run this. What will happen? Let's see. See, the answer is error. What is the error? Index error. It's showing the index error. I hope you understand, guys. So we just learned in the previous class that is index error. What is index error? That is, we just created a variable in a inner function, and use it in outer function. It forms an index error. I open index like index name, right? I mean name error. Like that, it's a type of error again, that is index error. That is what we just created we just created a list containing the 4 values only, but you asking the 10th value. There is no value in that. There is a no value on the 10th position. So it shows error. So that is the actual one we're discussing about. So it shows the error like index error. I hope you understand. I won't explain detail, right? So in the definition of index error is the list in the index out of the range, means keeping this error message in the memory. You will be see it many times at the beginning, and now I hope you understand it will be clearing, right? So in the next topic we're discussing about how to print particular parts. Like see, I just want to print these 2 particular ones in one thing, or I just want these 2 particular parts by using slicing. I hope you understand. It's very easy, guys. Don't need to worry. I will explain in detail. So please do not panic that. So it's very easy. Okay, I will understand. Before that, I want to explain one thing, guys. How can you edit this particular one? Means I want to modify a particular one. This super. So let's see, guys. Easy. Just again open that mixed list of particular one. I want to change the 0 position is equal to what is you want to change, that maybe psi. Let's see what will happen. Just I want to print that again, print of mixed list, right? So before that I just want to edit this because it shows some errors, so it will stop us. So before that I just want to save this and just want to run this. What will be the answer? Let's see it was modified. So just easy, guys. You know how to create a variable and how to insert a variable, how to insert a value in a variable. Similarly like that, just create a variable that the variable containing the list, and just give the position what you want to change, and just try and assign a value in that. Easy. And just print it. It will automatically save. That is the power of that, guys. I hope you understand. So our next topic is sliding. I will discussing it that right this year. That is slicing, right? So what do you mean by slicing? Indexing getting us one item. So but what if you want a range of the items? See, but for using for loops, you just printed that one. So I don't want to use for loop, but I want to use a particular range. I just want to print a particular range of the particular in the given list. So what is the particular one? So I will explain this. So the syntax of this is very easy, guys. The syntax is just open the list name, list variable, the list variable, that is. After that, just opening a square brackets and give the start and the stop point. And so this is the particular one we're discussing about. This is a very easy topic, guys. Don't need to worry. So this is a particular syntax for the slicing. So let's see for examples. So before that, I just want to create some from one list. So let's create one list, because I want to create a new one because it was boring again using the same list. So let's create a one list about the what do we create that, guys? Info is equal to my name is Ardi, my age is 19, and I'm studying in LPU college, and I'm BTech first year. I just completed my BTech first year, came second year, so BTech second year. So I just give a small info, that is one. So I want to print the particular range. So let's see, just want to group. So just write the list. So print of list variable. Print of info. Open brackets. I want to print from starting to ending without for loop. Means in the for loop we discuss about I want to print from start to end. So by using this, let's see. I want to say this first. After that I want to print this. What will happen? Let's see. See, it was printed. See what is happening here. The 1. What is the 1? 19. So I want to print from starting to ending. So 0. But it says for using for loop, we just in the sequential we can see that answers. But in the by using this method, by using this slicing method, we just again we can creating again, we're just printing the list of a particular range. So let's see what will be the output. Just run this. Before that I want to say this first. After this, run this. See, it shows my name, my age, my college, and my particular year I'm studying. So this is what we're discussing about. So after that, I just want reverse one, like from end to start I want to print. So what will be the value? So again, so print of info of -1 is to -5 maybe. Let's see what will happen. So before that I want to see this first, and I just want to run this. Let's see what will happen. So it shows an empty. Why it shows empty? Because the negative values cannot exist in particular part. So I want to show this. So I want to print the reverse pattern. So you can easily do that, guys. Don't worry. Just write the particular number. So -4 is 2. So see, guys, why I'm doing this one means I just want to print the last 4 items. Then what will happen? See, I want to print last 2 items, guys, for example. So before that I want to save this first and just want to run this. See, showing that the last 2 items are on BTech second year. So I'll discuss in the next after this part. I'll discuss about that how to reverse it, guys. Don't worry about it. And again, write ego info. After that, open the brackets. I just want the first 2 parts. So let's write 2 is 2. Then let's see what will happen. Before that I want to save this. I just want to run this. See, what is happening here means it starts with 2 and end with 0. So it will just print the last 2 parts. So this is a pattern, guys. We can just print the last 2 by using the minus, and last first 2 means the second index to n. So last this part. So I want to print the first 2 part by using this. So just print this up to info and give the space. Just create this after this. So after this I just want to save this first and just want to run this. See, I just printed the first 3 parts because see, the ending part is 3, so it print about 0, 1, 2. I want to print up to 2 means just 2. Before that I want to save this and just want to run this. So it printed just for 0 and 1. So that is where you can use. So like that you can change it. So slicing is one of the Python most lovely feature because it's so short and readable. Once you get it comfortable with it, you can use it constantly. I hope you understand. So practice it a lot, guys. Don't forget this. So I want to give a small question regarding this. So please do not use any compilers. Just predict the output what will be the. Okay. So you can don't forget this syntax, guys. So by using this, I just want to print entire. Then you can write the 0 to 4. I want to print out only top first 2. Then you can left the start means if when you're leaving the start, it will automatically start from 0 only. If you just indicating the particular position, like I want to start with particular 2 like this, then you start with 2 and it will print rest of that like 2, 3, 4 like that. And if you just leave the stop, then it go up to n. If you give a particular number like see up to 2, so then what is happening here, I didn't give you the starting number, so it starts from 0 and just giving the ending number, so it ends come 2. So what will happen, it stops to 2. So if the second position was coming, it will stop automatically. So let's give a small question regarding this. So I hope you understand. So before that, don't use compilers, guys. Just so anyway, number equal to open the brackets 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I'll just create a list. After that I want to ask this question. So print of number of is to 2. Just predict the output, guys. Don't worry. And second one, print the of number of is to -1. So this is the question I want to discuss about. So let's think it clearly, guys. So just pause the video and understand the question properly. Read the question twice and understand the question. After understanding, just write the answer what you understand and just share in the comment section, guys. After that, just continue video just telling the answer. So why I'm using that, in the for range, like starting point comma end point comma step index, like that. In this year what is this starting point, end point, step index. What do you mean step increments? Like incrementing or decrementing. I want to increment this. So what will happen here? It just it prints that like initially 0, means it prints 10, after that 30, 50. So it prints like that. So I discuss in that I want to print the list in the reverse way, means Peter second year LPU 19 RD. So sorry, I've just given the last example. I want to print 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, right? So by using this you can just reverse it. Just run this, guys. Before that I want to save this first. After that I want to run this. See, it just skipped this one middle parts like 20, 40, 60, skip, and I just reverse this list. So that is the pattern we can use the list. I hope you understand, guys. That last one just really popular trick, guys. That step index 0 means step index nothing, sorry, start index nothing, last index nothing, but the step index is -1, then it instantly reverse any list. So keep that one in your brain, guys. So it comes up on all the time in interviews and assignments. So don't worry, it's very easy. So we're discussing about up to now we're discussing about what is a list, how to create a list, how to print the list, how can you find the type of a variable that is a list or not, and after that how can you find the length of the list, and after that we're discussing about that how can you print the entire list by using for loops. But I want to print the one value of in a list. How can you print that? After that we discuss about in that slicing. What is the slicing? By using this indexing we just created the slicing, how it is happening. So after that how can you update a particular variable by using particular one, like see in this particular part, see this one, like I just want to update my list, that is psi, means I want to update the super to psi. After that the remaining was same. I just want this particular position that should be replaced the super with psi. So I just create a variable that is mixed list again with a particular position that is the 0 position and equal to psi. After that I just want to print that, then it's printing. So I hope you understand, guys. So this is the one I want to discuss up to right now. After this we're discussing about, it's a very easy topic, guys, that is we're discussing about updating, right? After that how can you add that a particular value in the list, how can you remove the particular value in the list. So let's discuss about this, guys. It's a very very easy topic, guys. So I want to display the particular value in the up to now we discuss about how to display a particular value in the list. Let's discuss about how to assign a new value in the directory list, like assigning a value in the given list. So let's discuss about it, guys. It's very very easy. So there are two methods, guys. Like I want to add a particular value in the list, means if you're adding a random position, means it just added in the last part, but you want to add in particular position itself, then what is a pattern? So it's very easy, guys, don't worry. So let's see. Before that I just want to create again a list that may be similarly the info number, guys. It's waste of time again we're creating again. So that may be 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, right? I just skip it 300 because I want to add the 300. So I'll just explain that. How can you add a number? How can we add a number in a particular variable? Means in a list. Let's see. So that's adding number. So please just copy this, guys. Don't need to panic there. Just adding a number, right? Adding means not adding every particular number with a number with particular value. I just want to insert a value. So that one means like inserting a number. First pattern is at the end of the particular list. I want to add here, means I want to add like here, like this. I want to add. So let's see what I want to show that. See this. So please do not forget that. Just write the particular variable dot append, sorry, I don't no space guys, append. After that open the brackets, just write the value. That's it, it's done. It's very easy guys. So let's see the what will be the output. I hope this the output will be 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, again 300. So this will be the output. Don't worry, it's easy. I just want to print that number again. Print of num. After that, see, let's see what is the difference between that one. So I just want to print this number again by using this term means t. I want to show the difference of this num and after this num. So let's see. Before that I want to say this first. After that I just want to run this. See, before inserting a number, the string is 100, 200, 400, 500, 600. I hope you understand. And after inserting it, 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, 300. So if you using this append statement, then we can insert a value at the end of the particular string, particular list. I hope you understand guys. So but I don't want to insert at the last. I want to insert in particular between 200 and 400. How can we do? So it's very easy, don't worry. So what is that means? I want to insert a number in a specific position, right? So let's see how can you insert it. It's very easy guys, don't worry. Just change one part. You use append, right? We just want to change this particular part itself, don't worry, and just give the location, like see number. I just want to give the syntax first because it's very easy. I just want to use for a reference, right? Just a variable of list you created. After that dot insert and show the particular position first, comma value. If a number means you can write directly. If a string means you just create a double variables and then do it. So let's do this example, like number dot insert, and after that just I want to give that where should I print it? See, 0, 1, 2, right? So what will happen here? I want to print the second position. Just write the second position. Let's see what will happen. Comma, the value should be 300. Before that I just want to say this. Let's see what will be on output. One second. Sorry, I just forgot to print this one. Print of num again. After that I just want to save this one. I just want to run this. See what is happening here? Initially 10, 200, 400, 500, 600. I just created a list. I hope you understand. After that I inserting a variable at the end by using append. Then it's printed at 300 at the end. So again what is happening here? Actually one second. What is happening means it was adding again and again. So it is a Blender mistake. So after this I just want to edit this. I just want to run it again. See, it's not repeating again 300. Why it's repeating 300 guys? Because the process is running again. This process is running again. That's why what is happening here. So it is adding again and again 300, 300. So that's why it's happening here. So the output is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. I just forgot 300. I just want to print the 300 in between 200, 400. So by using insert function, we just indicating the location of particular block where I want to save the particular value and just giving the value and I just print the variable of a list. I hope you understand guys. So this is the one we're discussing about. I hope you understand that. So after this, we just learn about how to insert a value, how to inserting a value. After that, how to insert a value and how to append a value by using insert and append commands. Append means adding at the end of the part. Insert means adding a specific part, specific position. Inserting a value in specific position. I hope you understanding that. So this is the part we're discussing about how to add and how to insert a particular value. After that, how to remove the items, means how to delete the particular values in a list. Let's see that guys. So that we're discussing about how to insert a value, how to insert at the end of the list, and how to insert the value in the specific position up to right now. So let us discuss about how to remove a particular item in at the end of the value, and how to delete the end value, and how to delete the value in the specific position. Let's discuss about there are three syntaxes I will explain right now. So please listen carefully, guys. Do not skip anything. If you skip, it will confuse a lot, guys. So please. So we just learned one thing. So how to remove the last item. So just set num dot pop off. It's done. We just remove the last one. So you can use the print num. Before that, I want to save this. I just want to run this. See, what is this given array? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. I just want to remove the 600. So I just remove by using pop. So this is a function of pop. So this is the first thing, guys. So let's delete the number. You just inserting the value itself only. Means I want to delete particular 300. Let's see how can you delete. Just write number dot remove the value. The value is 300. It's done. Before that, I want to save this and just want to run this. Let's see what will happen. See, the 600 came back because I just given hashtag. After that, I just remove 300. So see, the 300 is missing in the given array, given list. I hope you understand that. So by the value, you can remove a particular means by using value, I want to remove that value in the given list. So after that, I want to remove the value by using the specific position. Let's see that using pop only, guys. Don't need to worry. So if you leave the pop empty, if you leave the parenthesis empty, then it will remove the last part. If you give the particular location, like I want to remove the second, means again I want to remove 300 only, or I want to change again, I want to remove the 400 only. So let's see what is the condition 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So 400 is placed in third position. So I give the location of the position. So I want to save this first. After that, I want to run this. Let's see. See, it's the 400 is kept. So that is the concept we discussed up to now. So this is the one I want to discuss. So the three methods. One is pop off, reverse of the particular value, remove of particular value, and the pop off particular location. Then what is the uses? The pop off, just pop off function is used for to remove the last item. Remove of a value, then it's remove the particular value given, and pop off the location means pop off the location means you can remove the value in the particular location as you require. So this is the one I want to discuss. I hope you understand this the three topics up to deleting. Okay, guys. So I want to speed up, guys, because our target is to complete the entire topic what I told in the starting, but it's already half an hour, maybe 40 minutes I just completed. So next topic is nested list. What do you mean by nested list? This is the last topic for list, guys. It's very easy, don't need to worry. So for nested list, what do you mean by nested list? Let's see. See, guys, we are a natural feel free to pause. So I want to see, guys, I want to start it again. Sorry. So we are at the natural pause point, guys. Feel free to pause, stretch, and grab some water and come back, guys. So after you are ready, just continue it. So what do you mean by nested list? I want to continue this. What do you mean nested list? A nested list means inside a list inside another list. So think of it like a recycling bin, guys. That has a small compartment inside, like plastic paper, glass, and each compartment is a own little list inside it in a bigger bin. So guys, in a bigger bin, we containing multiple blocks like a plastic bags, papers, natural waste, and cardboards and etc. Secreting, right, like that. So let's create use this topic. I want to create a nested one. So nested list. So let's create a variable like recycling bin, and open the list, guys. After that, first one is in that first one is plastic bottles. After that, BODT LES, right, maybe. After that, plastic bags. For plastic category, I am using this. After that, the next one is just like paper. I forgot to double comments, so it shows an error. Paper, paper. After that, newspaper. After that, cardboard, right? So this is the second list I was including. After that, the third list is classes jars borders, guys. So we can write classes class jars borders, glass borders, guys. I hope you understand. I mean glass bottles. So this is a list I was created right now. So list is listed means this is an entire list. The yellow indication of this is an entire list, guys, and the pink indicating the list inside list. One list, two list, three list. So in one list we created the three list, guys. So that is the power of inside list. So let's see. I want to print the particular one, like I want to print the in plastic category. I want to print plastic bags. How can you print that? Let's see. You can easily print it, guys, don't worry. So the pattern is simple. Just write print of the, see what is that particular variable, that is recycling bin, right? So in that, the first one, see, in this first one, this is the first list, right? In first list, what is the location? 0. The first is 0, and the second one, in second, in this category, the what I want to print that the plastic bags. Plastic bags is in the particular location, that is 1. So give that location, that is 1. Done. It's done. We can use similarly in 1D. This is a 2D series, like you know that matrices in a 2D format. In guys, intermediate, they've explained the one topic like matrices. In matrices, in question of 2 by 2, 3 by 3, I just created a 2 by 3 maybe. No. This is an L1, so I can't remix one because I just missed one value here. So I want to print this one. Before that, I want to save this. See what is printed plastic bags. So the first one, it goes to particular list. This is the 0 list, means this is a 0 list, and this is the first list, and this is a second list. This is the location of that. In that, I want to print the particular value, then it gives a particular location of that. So using this is the particular list, this is the particular location of the particular value. I hope I understand that. So just giving that 0 list, first value. So it printed the first value, that is plastic bags. I hope you understand. Like that you can use it. So similarly, you can you can insert the values, or you can delete the values and everything. I want to insert the particular list. We can insert it by writing that recycling bin of 3 is equal to, can create a list that it automatically inserted. Like see, recycling bin of 3 means I want to add now. So just I want to append is equal to append of, right? Append of opening a list, and just writing this one psi 10 comma 25. It's enough for us because it's given. Let's save this and just want to run this. Sorry, I just want to print this one also. Sorry, print of recycling bin. Let's see it's adding or not. So just want to save that and just want to run this. See, at the end, the fourth list also added. The first list in position 0, the second list in position 1, the third list in position 2, and the fourth list in position. See, like this you can use up to now what to run, how to insert, how to delete, how to update it, how to modify it, like that. We just learn these models. You can apply these models in this nested list also. I hope you understand, guys. It's very easy. So don't need to worry about this, guys. Already we just completed the list part entirely. So this is the one we're discussing about. What up to now we're discussing about how to create a list, how to print the list, how to print the type of list, and how to find the length of the list. After that we discuss about the indexing, like how to print the particular value in the list, how to use the for loops in the list, and after that we discuss about the how to update a list, how to modify or update a list. After that we discuss about sizing. By using the syntax, we just want to print a particular range of the in the list. After that we're discussing about the assigning a value, how to add at the end of the value, how to add in specific position. So we're discussing about two patterns about that, in append and insert. Append is used for adding and insert is used for the location, adding in specific position. After that, deleting. We discuss about 3 topics in deleting. That is pop, remove, and pop. Pop means pop of empty parenthesis gives the removing the last one. Pop of giving a specific location gives the removing a specific location value. Remove is used to remove of the value, gives that remove the particular value only. After that we discuss about the nested leaf. I hope you understand guys, this was a very easy topic. So after this we just go to the next topic, that is tuples. So before that I just want to create a new file, that is tuples.py. Enter. After that, this is a new one, I want to delete this one. So the next topic is tuples. A tuple looks like almost exactly like a list, but which is one of the major differences. Tuples are immutable. We discuss about list of mutable, means we can modify it by using this just creating a variable again, giving the particular position, and just want to add a value, assigning a value, that's all. By using that you can modify it, but in tuples you cannot modify it, it gives error. So similarly you can print like this, like see guys, I want to print the something like coordinates. So coordinates is equal to, opening in the closing brackets. So see guys, in list we represent in the square brackets, in the coordinates we just open the curved brackets. So please remember it guys, if you forgot this it will affect a lot guys. So just the basic difference of list and tuples means we can express in the list in the square brackets, we can express in the tuples in the curved brackets. After that the list is immutable, means you can change it, you can change or you can update or anything, but the tuples are immutable, we cannot change. If you save one time, it's a fixed values. Like see guys, in our SSD we can change like that, but in a older days one memory is there, one type of SSD is there, like an hard disk. There is a permanent, if you save it once it will store permanently, we cannot remove that. So that is the one we're discussing. So in coordinates, what is that? I just want to give some coordinates like 17.385 degrees north and 78.4867 degrees east. After that I just want to print the particular, I want to print the coordinates. After that I want to print the type of the coordinate also, print of type of coordinate, right? After that I want to save this first. After that I want to run this, what will happen, let's see guys. So I printed the tuple. After that we just printed the type of the tuple. I hope you understand guys. Okay, let's see the next one. I want to change this, let's see how it is possible or not, it is possible or not, let's see. Let's creating that coordinates again. Coordinates of particular one is equal to something like a fancy number dot fancy, right? And just want to print this, print of coordinates again. Next I want to say this first, I want to run this, let's see what will the output. So it's saying that tuples is object that are not supposed the item to assign. So tuples are immutable, so that we cannot say. So I just want to give the example right on. So I just giving the error like this. I hope understand, type error, I hope understand. So you cannot assign the, we cannot update the values in the tuples. So tuple object does not support item assigned, we just learn report, and Python is simply protecting the data from being changed. This might sounds like a limitation, but it actually a feature. Using a tuple when you have a data that should never change, like a fixed location, a birth date, or a date of week, like that. So similarly you can do indexing part also, like guys, indexing of this tuple. What do you mean indexing? Just write print of coordination of 0. Let's see what will happen. Just run this. See, you just print the first value. Like that you can use slicing also similarly, so I don't want to waste the time. So like that you can just completing these tuples guys, don't need to worry, it's very easy. After that so like that we just complete in a list, we done about indexing, slicing, and like that we can do this. So we know that how to slice it, how to indexing up to in the list. So similarly same process in using in tuples. So I just give an example about the indexing. So it is a similar way guys, don't need to worry. So after that we just discuss about the next topic, that is sets. because guys it is very easy. If you have any doubts, just comment it guys. I'll just definitely explain the next class guys. Don't need to worry about that. Okay. So after that, the topic is sets. The sets is a collection of the unordered and the most important allows no duplicate value guys. In up to now we just discussed about the list and tuplets, right? You can save the duplicate values, like we can save the same values in the single list, but in the sets it does not allow the duplicate values. If you create the duplicate values, when you print that, it will skip the duplicate values guys. That is the power of sets. So let's give an example guys, then we can understand that sorry, waste type is equal to, and remember guys, we just learn about list is represented in square brackets, tuplets is represented in curved, and sets is represented with flower brackets. Let's see, I using flower brackets, and I want to use double quotes for the word the plastic. After that, again double quotes paper, again double quotes with glass, again comma double quotes with plastic again. Let's see what will be the output. So I just want to print the waste type, and after that I want to save this first. After that I want to run this. Let's see what will be the output. See, it shows that glass, plastic and paper. It skips the plastic, and again second, the it is ascending arranging it will arrange in ascending order guys, like that. I hope you understand. So this is the power of this guys. So notice that the plastic is twice, but looks like at the look at the output, it just shows only one. It removes the duplicate automatically. So sets are the perfect whenever you want to guarantee every value should be unique. And also we just learn about that it represents curved brackets, same as the dictionaries. So we will be careful not to be confuse them. Okay. So say when the set is unordered, indexing should be no, will be error. I hope you understand. So actually sets is unordered, so that indexing cannot works guys. In tuplets in list we just learn about how to indexing it, but in these sets you cannot print the, we cannot use indexing. So that is the one drawback for sets. But sets do not care about the order position, they can care about the uniqueness. So instead of indexing, we mostly use the sets for checking the membership and removing duplicates. So if you want to add it, so if you want to remove it, you can use it guys. You can add or remove a particular value in the sets. Similarly you can use in the list. So I want to ask one question guys. Imagine you are logging types of waste segregation by 50 households for environmental survey. Some households might report the same type twice by mistake. Why would a set be a perfect data structure here instead of a list? So comment your reason guys. So do not forget about that. So after that, I want to explain the one topic guys. That should be, you just learn in the mathematics like union intersection. So let's see what will happen. So I want to create another list. So waste. So similarly I want to create that scissors. Forgot that SCSS versus scissors. Again plastic. After that guns. I just want to write something random numbers, so random variables, so don't need to worry about that. Next pens, etc. So I want to combine this both. I want to take union. You know that in mathematics union means what? In sets we just learn about the union intersection, right? What do you mean by union? What do you mean intersection? Union means combining the both the particular variables, both the sets, and just to show the entire in one and shows in one set, and it skips the duplicacy. You know that. So let's see how it works in coding. Let's see. Just I want to print that waste type dot union of waste. So let's see what will be the output. Just want to print this. See, it shows that paper, glass, pens, scissors, after that guns and plastic. So it was showing. Okay, you understand? And see, we just choose the plastic 2 times, but what is happening? It just printed 1 time, so it removed the repetance. I want to print the intersection also, guys. Just print that waste type of dot intersection, right? Intersection of again waste, right? After that, just save this one, just run this. Let's see what will happen. See, it shows only plastic because in the both the sets the one common is plastic. So by using this you can done the union intersection, and you can do, guys, you can do we cannot do indexing in sets, but you can update, you can inserting a value, you can remove a value, so you cannot do updating only. I hope you understand. So this is the one we just completed in the sets. Final topic is dictionaries. So before that I want to create a file that is dictionaries .py. So the final topic is dictionary, guys, in this video. So you can complete this. By completing this we can reach the end of the part. So now for one of the most powerful data structure in Python, guys, that is dictionaries. Instead of storing values by position like a list, a dictionary stores a value as a key value pairs like a real dictionary where the word has meaning. So it's easy, guys. Similarly, let's see. Just creating a variable that is student is equal to opening using a flower brackets and just write the name. What is your name? Name, and just write colon and just write your name like Ardik, right? After that, comma. What is your course? BTech. After that, year, second year. So this is the value I was created. What is this? What is this? The dictionary is like a the dictionary is like so. Actually, just notice this, guys. The curve address just like sets, but here there is small change between the sets and the dictionaries. See, every value has a label called as a key. So followed by a colon, that is actual value. See, this is a key, guys, and this is a value. We're storing a value in a key in that, so that we can easily directly ask that what is the value of that. Let's see. Just I want to print the name in the student variable. Let's see. Write that, just print of student, open the brackets and just write the name. Let's see what will be the output. Just before that I want to save this. I just want to run this. See, just printed the name. So see, guys, we just want to require a particular one, like without using the particular position. When you see, guys, in the list and tuples, we discuss about how to call a particular value in the list by using that print of student of one, means the concept of indexing. But in the sets and dictionaries we will not use indexing. So in dictionaries, by using the particular key, we just call the key we just call a. So only by using the key we just by calling the key we just print the output. So this is the most readable than remembering index 0 is the name and index 1 is the course and index 2 is the year. So with this dictionary you just ask exact what you want by name. So adding and updating similarly like that, guys. Like see, I want to update my course BTech to MTech. Like see, just write that to student of course 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 is equal to MTech, and I want to print the student, like print student. Let's see what will be our output. Before that I want to say this first. After that I want to run this. See what is happening. Name is Adik, course is MTech, year is 2. So you can update easily, but in search you cannot modify the values. That is a one drawback between. So we can add the new key, or you can we can update the existing keys, and so that, and you can also do a removing key by using the similar topic. So here's the question, guys. Where is the real world difference between the accessing data using an index versus a key and like a dictionary, and which one of the feels most natural to you, and why? The comments below, guys. So do not forget that. So after that, so Up to now we discuss about what is a list, what is a tuplet, what is a sets, and what is a dictionary. So let's discuss about some projects regarding this. I just want to create a one program regarding this. So let's create the project 4.py. So let's create this. So I want to create the a student marks case. That's a program one, right? That is student marks memo. I hope you understand this one. So let's create it, guys. So don't need to worry about it. It's very easy. Means student marks data. That is better rather than memo. So just create the students is equal to open the set and just writing that psi colon and opening the list 85 comma 90 comma 78 for MPC subjects. Okay, after that I want to open it again like Ananya. After that opening braces again, just write 92, 88 and 95. After that the last one, that is Rahul. After that opening again, I opening a list again 70, 65 and 80. So this is the one I just created right now. Just I want to create the total and average of this. I just want to print that also, guys. Don't it very easy. So for name comma marks in student dot items, I just creating a one variable, guys. Don't worry. So after that just try this students dot items, right? So after that just total equal to sum of marks and average is equal to total by length of marks, means how many subjects are there. I hope you understand. So after that just I want to print that the fish to name total equal to total and average is equal to AVG. Is done, guys. The coding is done. So AVG.2f. Why I am using 2f means I want to print the two decimal points only. So just I use 2f. I hope you understand. It's done. So before that I want to say this first. I want to enter this for the output. See, I just created that one dictionary, that is students marks data. That is the Sai got 3 subjects. For first subject is Max he got 85 and next subject 90 and next subject 78. After that Ananya and after that Rahul. I just created one dictionary. After that I take the names and the marks, means see guys, Sai, Ananya and Rahul are the names, and second this list is containing of marks. So in the students dot items, actually these are items, guys. So just I use student dot items. After that I just created one variable that's total equal to sum of marks. So sum of all the marks. After that average equal to total by length of marks. Why use length of marks means we just not adding see guys, what do you use average means total by total number of subjects. So for number of subjects I just getting length of marks like that. After that I just printed the value, that name, after that total marks and average marks. Why you used .2f means I just want to display the .2f decimals only. If I leave means it shows up to 6 to 8 decimals like that. So this is our project 4, guys. It's very easy. So by the end of this video, just we're discussing about what is a list, what's a tuples, what is a sets, and what is dictionaries, and what is the difference between all of this among, and just explain about the last part as what is a project. So up to now we're discussing a lot, guys. So we just successfully completed this today's topic about this one. So thank you guys of listening this. I hope thank you for listening up to end without skipping right now, and please like, share, subscribe this channel, guys. And if you want to share anything, any opinion, and if you want to improve anything from my side, then please comment it, guys. Do not forget that. And please do not forget, and please fill the question, fill the questions, answer the question in middle of the video. I asked some questions, right guys? So please answer it and just share in the comment section, guys. Do not forget that, so that I will get more inspiration about that, and I will give more efforts to explain everything, guys, in detail. I hope you understand. If you want any I just explain the listing clearly, clarity, guys. After that, tuple sets and dictionaries in the same way only. If you have any doubts, just comment it, guys. I'll definitely explain the next video, guys. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Good night. Goodbye.